Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to make a video on should you, as a new grad, should you go straight into specialty nursing or try to maybe just get into med surg or long-term care, something like that first. Get your feet wet before you go into specialty care. Specialty care meaning more like the ICUs, mother baby, like labor delivery, the NICU type things, ER, things like that. So I have been a nurse for 7 years, and I did 6.5 years in long-term care, and then I switched over into the ICU. Now, me, when I was in nursing school, I definitely wanted to get into specialty nursing. When I was in school, it was a stigma around nursing homes. I'm pretty sure it still is now, long-term care. For me, when I was in school, it was very much so that nursing home is not real nursing, which is a lie, and I have a video on that on my channel if you want to check that out. Do I think nursing is real nursing? So yeah, when I was in school, it was considered nursing, the real nursing was in a hospital, period. If you wasn't in a hospital, you were not doing real nursing. And then even within that, in the hospital, it wasn't real nursing unless you were in specialty care, unless you were, in the ICU, definitely in the ICU. ICU was like, oh, ICU, ER, NICU, like those were, if you were in one of those three areas, then you were really doing it. But like med surg, people kind of looked down on that and didn't really have a lot of respect for that. So when I graduated, I went straight to hospitals to apply, but unfortunately I did not get hired. They wanted, at that time, they were trying to get, I forget, the word escapes me right now, but they wanted all the nurses to have BSNs, their bachelors. So they were only trying to hire in nurses with bachelors, and I only had my associates at that time. And so I just kept being told that they went with somebody with either more experience or more education. So I did not get in. So I ended up getting to long-term care, and I got a little fearful of even trying again to go to hospitals because I was so crushed. And so that's pretty much why I stayed in long-term care for so long. And then I got my bachelor's while I was in long-term care, and then I switched over after that. But so I couldn't get into specialty, otherwise I would have. Now that I am in specialty care, I feel like, should new grads go straight into it? I feel yes and no. I think it definitely depends on the person. If you are the type of person who is okay with a lot of stress doesn't bother you, new things doesn't really freak you out, you like to take on challenges very well, you're not intimidated by people who are impatient, you're not intimidated by working with coworkers who are impatient, who are very high-strung, perfectionists, demanding, people, a facility, a unit manager, whatever, who expects a lot and perfection. If that doesn't scare you or is not enough to deter you, then yes, go ahead and go into your specialty, because it will be hard. It would be hard because, again, specialty is like another level of care, and it just is. Med-surg nursing is 100% nursing, absolutely, and it's very hard. But when you are going into a specialty care, there are going to be more things that you will have to do, and more hands-on, more demanding, it's more stressful, and and just with nursing in general, there's a huge emphasis on perfection. We want to be perfect. Not being perfect can result in someone's life. So yeah, if you are okay with that type of setting, go right ahead. You will be bombarded with a lot of new information and not a lot of time to learn it. So if you thrive under those type of situations, then yes. However, or on the flip side, if you are somebody who's a little bit more meek, you don't really do too well under stress and under a lot of pressure and having a ton of new information thrown at you at once where you have to know it really quickly, then I would say go ahead and just dip your feet in there. Just start off more gradual. You're gonna get there eventually. You're gonna get to that level of specialty care eventually, but you'll have more of like a nicer or gentler transition on your way there. With me, the long term care facility that I was at, it wasn't specialized in far as tasks, like hands-on tasks. Like we didn't do IVs, there wasn't, it wasn't certain things like that. But I was a charge nurse, and it did teach me about leadership, about how to manage a team and lead a team. It taught me about, how to be a leader, how assigning tasks to CNAs, making sure jobs are carried out, lots of care planning, and then I had a lot of patients. I would have like 50 plus patients. So, just time management, lots of time management. Really, really invaluable experience that I got working in that long-term care facility. I'm very grateful for that. Really, with nursing, you do have to know how to talk to your patients. That's important. And sometimes new grads, they really don't know how to talk to a patient, like they feel intimidated, and with family. But working in long-term care, I definitely got a ton of that. So I knew how to talk with a patient and calm them down, and how to talk with families and calm them down, and how to talk with doctors. So so I knew how to do that. So once I got into specialty care, I didn't have to learn those things. I had a good, strong foundation, and it was just about learning the different job duties on that specific unit. So I got to learn a lot faster, a lot quicker, and I got to mainly just focus on those things. Like, I got to refresh my mind on how to start an IV, and just, hanging meds, and dialysis, and chest tubes, and ventilators, things like that, people on vents and trachs and all that kind of stuff. So I just got to, all my orientation got to just be focused on that, and learning their computer system and how to navigate through that. But I didn't have to learn how to call a doctor, what information I should have for the doctor, or how to deal with unruly patients, or I didn't have to learn how to notice when a patient is starting to decline. I didn't have to learn how to manage a team, how to lead a team, how to be, a good nurse for my CNAs or for the rest of the team. When CT and lab would come up, and dietary and social services and all that, I already knew all that. I already felt a good, I already had a good foundation in that. So I am glad that I did learn all that before I went into specialty care, because now here I am. So like you'll learn it eventually. So don't feel pressured into getting into specialty care because of what you think people are going to think of you. Do what will work best for you. So I hope that this video helped you out. You were able to find something good in that. And thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, bye.